It's a survival story, a real police story. Corval Pyfrom has the details. Need a little direction in life? Let's hear from a positive life coach. Plus, just what is a Galentine's brunch and boot camp? Stay close to find out. And coming up in sports, tributes are pouring in for a fallen softball president.
Bahamas Tonight Access Now starts now.
Good evening, everyone. I'm LaDawn Davis, and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight Access Now. It's about 70 degrees outside, and it's Entertainment Friday. Let's get this event started and dive right into the news, shall we? Tonight, we have a survivor story that turns out to also be a history lesson. Corval Pyfrom reports.
January 9th, 1984. Perhaps not a date that stands out to many of us, but for retired police force Chief Superintendent Osborne Ferguson, it's a day that he will never forget. Ferguson, then a police sergeant, was one of 9 men working on a joint U.S.-Bahamas special operation to curtail drug smuggling when the Huey twin-engine helicopter they were on in pursuit of a suspected drug plane lost power in both engines, forcing the man to ditch the chopper between Nassau and the Berry Islands.
And you will hear the pilots giving location and that they had lost one engine. Then shortly after that, they lost the other engine, and then they issued a mayday. Mayday, mayday.
This is Ferguson sharing his harrowing story and remarkable survival at the start of a water and air survival seminar for local law enforcement, facilitated by the U.S. Coast Guard.
And as the helicopter hit the water, I went down with it, and I came out away from the helicopter. The only person I saw when I came out was Constable 941 Evans, a member of the team. He said to me, "Sarge, are you all right?" I said, "Yes, I'm all right." And I never saw him again. And then later, in all that rough weather, I came across Sergeant Carter, Master Sergeant Carter, who had spinal injuries. And I held on to him, and he asked me not to let him go because he was unable to move in the water. So I kept him with me until we were rescued by a U.S. Coast Guard helicopter some hour and a half, 2 hours.
Along with Ferguson were Bahamian police officers Corporal David Emanuel, Constable Selson Evans, and Corporal Autry Jones, along with 4 U.S. Air Force personnel and 1 DEA agent. Jones and 4 of the Americans were never found.
So this is a very historic day for us, a very important day for us, if I may say, it's an emotional day.
Superintendent of Police and the second officer in charge of the RBPF's Drug Enforcement Unit, Elvis Miller, doesn't shy away from making it known that Ferguson's efforts in that moment were heroic. Ferguson, on the other hand, whose sense of humor is never far away, takes it all in strides.
God was good on that night, because at one time, Sergeant Carter, radio antenna, flip against my leg. I say, Lord, I'm gone. I say, shock.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corval Pyfrom.
We're just a month into the new year, and there could possibly be thousands of Bahamians still unsure as to the direction they want to take to start achieving those yearly goals. Well, there's an online-based program called Elevate 242 designed to assist Bahamians who may have fallen in this category. President Miranda Innes says the program, launched in 2019, took a break for 2 years and has served about 100 people.
So Swerve is actually one of the coaching programs that we have as a part of Elevate. And it is actually designed for persons who are at a place in their life where they feel stuck and they don't know what to do next. Or they're dissatisfied with their life the way it is, or they just are frustrated with work. They may be considering a career change. They may be considering opening a business, but not quite sure what steps to take. And also for those persons in pre-retirement mode who are trying to figure out, after retirement, what? And so this program is designed to get people activated.
Stop making excuses, writing down those goals, engaging the help needed, resetting your mind, visualizing what you want, and executing the plan are the 6 steps of the program used to get participants on the right track to achieving these goals. Ines says she's proud to see the success of the program over the past few years.
I've even had people who started businesses together because they did the program and they realized that we want to do the same thing, but 2 is better than 1. And so they were able to get together and launch their businesses. Fortunately for me, because it's online, I get to work with people from all over the world. And so I've had working with people from Europe, I've worked with people from the Caribbean, the US, and the Bahamas. And I love it. I love every moment of just being able to pour into people.
Ladies, are you ready to work up a sweat while taking a sip of champagne after gaining some energy? Well, this coming Saturday, February 1st, tomorrow, close to 30 ladies participating in the Galentine's Brunch and Boot Camp will be able to do just that at the Balmoral Club in Western New Providence from 9 a.m. to about noon. Yoga instructor Whitney Fowler says the event is all about self-love.
For community, for our ladies, our gals at the Galentine's event. And, like I said, some self-love. We always look for other people to give us love, but we're going to pour into ourselves first and then have enough love to give away on the 14th.
DeKalb Bowflex Barbie Quant says while this is the first Galentine's event of its kind in the Bahamas, it's not the last, and she hopes to have more events like this one throughout the year.
So Whitney teaches throughout the year. She teaches yoga pop-ups. I teach fitness pop-ups, which is our wheelhouse. Whitney's a yoga instructor. I do more of strength and conditioning. And throughout the year, we host our individual classes. Whitney had one last week, actually. So throughout the year, we'll do more, and hopefully more together, too.
The changing of the guard took place Friday morning at Government House. The changing of the guard is a ceremonial act when a new group of military officers replaces the old guard, a significant public ceremony. The Royal Bahamas Defense Force marching band paraded from Parliament Street to Government House at the Mount Fitzwilliam. There, onlookers, including tourists, got to see the transition of responsibility being handed over from the old guard to the new guard. On hand at the refurbished Government House, which cost $9 million, was Governor General, Her Excellency, the Most Honorable Dame Cynthia Pratt, who inspected the guard in tradition that spans decades here in the Bahamas. And it's Entertainment Friday, so you know what that means. Song artist Ilsha McPhee is going to kick off the weekend for us, so keep it locked.
For hurricane season, we got impact windows and doors. For protection, just come to our store. Plus we got tiles to pretty up your walls and your floors. We love to brighten up for that big bad storm. Porcelain tiles, blank tiles, mosaic tiles, a variety of styles. Big 14s get right, they gotta be rough. That's why we got the best deals in the whole Bahamas. Hey, hey.
Fashion was something that I've always loved. I always, as a child, loved to see women just impeccably dressed. But my thing was drawing the looks and mixing colors, and fashion was in my blood. I put my personality into my passion. Well, the Fabric of Hope was inspired by my father. My father had cancer, and I would go with him to treatments and seeing everybody just look despondent and dreary. And I was like, wow, like God, like, I'm only a fashion designer. Like, what can I do to assist these people? I know God had me to create it to inspire persons with cancer or any illness that there's hope. Been in my heart for a couple of days to speak to the older women who may feel that I'm 40, what can I do? I'm 50, what can I do? And that's when the fire in us kicks in. So take that idea that God has given you and put it to use. This is where it all begins.
Empowered women empower women.
Rank up your business.
business and communication with parents, students, and staff in seconds with a live business bulk SMS messaging. This is the perfect tool to keep you connected and easily send important updates, event reminders, and emergency alerts. Keep your campus informed and connected with bulk SMS messaging from a live business. The right choice for fast, reliable communication. For more information, contact the experts.
Welcome back. You're looking at a live shot of the John F. Kennedy Drive area. Destiny Reed is out there flying that drone. While she does that, let's take our usual trip, but this time to Exuma. Spelling bees are not just Nassau-centric, they all take place all over our archipelago of islands. Recently, the Ministry of Education's district spelling bee competition was held at the St. Andrews Anglican Community Center in Georgetown, Exuma. Teams for that spelling bee came from Exuma, of course, Long Island and Cat Island. 10-year-old St. Andrews Anglican student Nadine Roll emerged as the winner. Congratulations to you, Nadine. And like I said earlier, today is Entertainment Friday. We all look forward to this. Our artist today is Ilsha McPhee. Ilsha, welcome to the Bahamas Tonight Access Now.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited.
So tell us a little bit about how did you get into the music industry?
Like most people, I got in through church. And then my high school, Aquinas College, was very culture focused. So my father, who is the music teacher at Aquinas College, he would make sure and indoctrinate us in our culture, cultural music. And from that, my passion for rake and scrape, junkanoo, calypso was born.
And what actually made you want to be a singer?
I would say I always knew that I had a voice, and I was like, I would be at home, you know, singing my heart out. My neighbors probably are like, we know exactly who lives in that house. From when I was younger, it was all about singing, all about music. So that's just put my passion in, and this is the fruit of that.
You seem so excited. So how has the industry, I guess, treated you so far?
It has its peaks and valleys, like most things do. But I can say that I've learned a lot from my peers. I think the younger generation of rake and scrape is so much more welcoming. We kind of root for one another. So like if we have if someone is putting out a single, we try to help them promote it, because at the end of the day, the goal is for our culture to be popular among our generation. So we want the millennials, the Gen Zs, the Xs to want to listen to our music. So the best thing we can do is help one another. So that's the best part about my experience.
Apart from singing, do you have
singing.
Do you have a 9 to 5? And if so, what do you do?
I do have a 9 to 5. I am an attorney. I work at the Securities Commission of the Bahamas. But at night, currently with one of my bands, Black Swan Band, we're at the Jazz Club, the Newly Jazz Club, every Friday and Saturday. And then apart from that, I'm with Shad Colley and the VIPs. So every regatta, mostly every regatta you might see us, or any Best of the Best or Rake and Scrape Festival, we are there and tearing up the stage.
And speaking of tearing up the stage, what song are you going to be performing for us this evening?
Well, I am coming out with my new song called Red Flag. Yes, it's very, you know, I think my friends have had experiences with, you know, relationships, sometimes Bahamian men that have not turned out positive. So I wanted it to be an anthem for the Bahamian female, and with Valentine's Day coming up, some people might not have their, you know, their love, so they could rock out to this song, and hopefully it cheers them up.
And we can't wait for that performance, right?
Yes.
So we'll see you a little bit later on in the show, right?
Yes, yes.
All right,
see you
thank
guys
you so
then.
much, and we'll see you later.
Yes.
See you later. Don't go anywhere. Sports is up next.
We're here at the Nassau Village Community Center project, where over the past 17 months, we've hired over 20 Bahamian subcontractors to bring this beautiful project to fruition.
I've been living in Nassau Village for more than 19 years, and to see a project like this bring great joy and pride to me.
This state-of-the-art multi-purpose community center will serve as a crime-fighting initiative in the community. Also help with the education of our kids in this community and a hurricane shelter.
Yeah, and it also shows what we as Bahamians can achieve when we work hand in hand with each other.
We have the technical know-how, and we can pretty much deliver on any project here in the Bahamas or in the world.
Bahamas Pipe and the Bahamian Company, they prove that they believe in Bahamians.
Based on the outcome of this project, I don't think they're disappointed in giving a small person an opportunity to do a job such as this.
The more opportunity they get, the more opportunity we will get.
If you look around and see the work done so far, it just shows what we as Bahamians can do.
Tech in your car. Fill up with Ruby's Ultra Tech. Spend less and go far. Fuel up with Ruby's Ultra Tech. Get the most out every ride. Just watch your car perform with the best fuel inside. Fuel up with confidence in every mile. Get Ruby's Ultra Tech in your tech and drive with a smile. Watch your car perform with the best fuel inside. Fuel the difference with Ruby's Ultra Tech.
Good evening. It's a Friday, the final day in the month of January, and it's time for sports. And we have a somber one for you tonight, as come tomorrow, the president of the New Providence Softball Association and the Bahamas Government Departmental Softball Association will be laid to rest.
Me and Mom became close because, you know, he was the president of Slow Pitch Voice, and then me being the manager of NSA, the fields. And then he became president, slow pitch and fast pitch. So we had to work very closely together. It was rough going off, but afterward we leveled out. Everything was perfect. He's going to be missed. He's a gem around softball. And the shows can be hard to fulfill because the kind of work he just do. He used to do wake up for about 3 people. So that can be hard to, you know, come about. Not only that, I've been around softball, yes, and you had people around softball, but they didn't have the passion. Man was the person with all he had the love for the game, but the passion, he was a people person.
He had good leadership qualities. When he came on as the NPSA president of softball, I just thought it was such a grand idea because he has such, you know, so much vigor and energy and always looking for structure and to lead the charge. And he's so dedicated, committed to service, and he's done so well for the NPSA, especially after COVID, and bringing back the fraternity for softball, the NPSA. And so I was a bit shocked. I kind of knew that he was ill, but it was shocking, and I'm still kind of numb. But man is all man. He is all man and a man for all seasons. He not only participated in softball as an athlete, and now an administrator, but also in basketball.
And that's going to put a wrap on sports and access. Now we'll have much more coming up later on in the Bahamas tonight.
Bahamas, are you ready? 2025! Keep the Bible Live music on present. KB. Why you don't know me yet? KB. KB and friends. The Boatman Show.
All you Rankin Scrape lovers out there, Saturday, February 1st, Keep the Bible Live Music Group invites you out to enjoy some Bahamian culture.
With Collect.
KB and Friends in concert, The Boatman Show.
Saturday, February 1st at the Fall, Marshall Road.
Can't wait to see you there.
The legendary KB and Friends. Just added, Sweet Emily, Block, Gino D, Colin McDonald, Irish Store in the Spank Man, The Falcons, Ancient Man, Mama D, Shine, 242 and more.
KB and Friends in concert at the Farm, Saturday, February 1st.
Tickets on sale at the Beauty Shack. Low location, General 50, VIP 80. And for the Platinum fans, exclusive skyboxes are available. Gates open at 7 p.m. For more info, call ESC Distributors at 394-0819. Let's keep the vibe alive.
Super Bowl Sunday just got even better.
Starting January 27, enter to win a 8-inch TV from Security Depot or a pizza party for 8 courtesy of Cuba Libre and Angelo's Street Side Pizzeria.
2, enter to win to be one of 2 lucky winners of the Great Game Day giveaway.
WhatsApp a photo of a 2025 Cuba Libre purchase receipt to 557-3488 with your name and phone contact by Wednesday, February 5th.
Then, watch what's trending on February 6th to see if you're one of the lucky Great Game Day giveaway winners.
Strong family bonds provide a crucial support system, often filling the gaps that might otherwise lead to reliance on social assistance.
If we get the family structure support system right, you won't see adult children willingly putting their parents in senior citizens' homes. You won't see anyone putting children up for adoption. We should be the safety net for when the family begins to have some challenges.
Addressing the root causes of dependency is essential, as our goal is to shift the focus from merely providing aid to fostering self-reliance.
We must be prepared to move persons from dependency to self-sufficiency to economic empowerment. And I'm asking the public to join us on this journey.
This has been the Heartbeat Brief, an inside look at the Ministry of Social Services, Information and Broadcasting.
Access weather forecast, and we anticipate a weak cold front to move into the northwest Bahamas late on Saturday. It will fall stationary, and that means we will remain in the warm sector. Hence, warmer and humid temperatures can be expected over the next several days. Now, your boating forecast tonight is brought to you by Live Business, where you're always protected during the worst storms. In the northwest and central islands, the winds are going to be southeast to south at 12 to 18 knots. The wave heights at 3 to 6 feet. High tide will occur at 9:19 tonight, so we have small craft caution in place for the northwest and central Bahamas. Now, in the southeastern islands, the winds are going to be easterly and even stronger at 15 to 25 knots. Rough seas, 5 to 8 feet, so an advisory is in place for boaters in the southeast Bahamas tonight. Tomorrow, which is Saturday, the winds will become south to southwest ahead of that frontal system, 10 to 15 knots, and that means warmer temperatures being directed our way. 2 to 4 foot seas, high tide at 9:39 in the morning with a low tide at 4:01 in the afternoon. And for the central islands, the more southeasterly flow at 10 to 15 knots. In the southeast, the winds will be southeast, stronger still. 12 to 18 knots, wave heights 3 to 6 feet. So that advisory will be bumped down to a caution for the southeast Bahamas on Saturday. And as we head into Sunday, the winds become east to southeast, 10 to 15 knots, so there will be some falling off there. Wave heights at 2 to 4 feet. The high tide on Sunday, 10:25 in the morning, with a low tide at 4:46 in the afternoon. And for the central and southeastern islands on Sunday, easterly winds 12 to 18 knots, wave heights 3 to 6 feet, maintaining caution flags. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they're brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
Come on, bring it. Oh, go. Woman pull up to Miami airport door with the biggest box I ever saw. She said, take this down to Bahamas there. You get a big tip once you get it there. Nah, you know.
And that's going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But join me at 11 o'clock for a full weather update. LaDon.
Thanks a lot, Basil. And as promised, here's Ilsha McPhee to set off our weekend.
He was a red light, a walking red light. He was a red light, a walking red light. He was a red light, a walking red light. He was a red light, a walking red light. I had a feeling from the start. I knew you would break my heart, my heart, my heart. Break my heart. I ignored all the signs just to say that you were mine. Listen, as the story goes, it's just a younger man. You were a big man, you swam me on my feet till I find you with she. You thought it wouldn't matter, big difference in biscuit and crackers. You thought my heart would shatter, this minor chapter, you ain't a factor. You thought it wouldn't matter, big difference in biscuit and crackers. You thought my heart would shatter, this minor chapter, and you ain't a factor. It was a red flag, a walking red flag. He was a red flag, a walking red flag. He was a red flag, a walking red flag. He was a red flag, a walking red flag. First we all started as friends. Everything was smooth until I saw the message on your phone. You told me, but now I'm not home. Don't worry, just go. Just a young girl. You are a pretty man, you swam me on my feet till I find you with she. You thought it wouldn't matter, big difference in biscuit and cracker. You thought my heart would shatter, this minor chapter, you ain't a factor. You thought it wouldn't matter, big difference in biscuit and cracker. You thought my heart would shatter, this minor chapter, you ain't a. He was a red flag walking, never mind him talking. Every time the man go out, you bet he be exploring. Church skirt chasing, Lord, he very brazen. All the things he put you through, you could call it hazing, yeah. He was a red flag, a walking red flag. He was a red flag, a walking red flag. He was a red flag, a walking red. Let's go. He was a red flag, a walking red flag. He was a red flag, a walking red flag. He was a red flag, a walking red flag. Else you're on the track right now. Yeah. Else you're on the track right now. Come on, let's go.
Awesome performance there by Ilshka. How are you feeling?
I am feeling good.
Yes. I know this is not the first time that you performed.
No, I'm actually a veteran. I was a part of the youth zone at one point in time. So that was probably like 10 years ago. So I'm no stranger to the ZNS family.
And that's a wrap for Access Now tonight. Make sure to stay up for the last newscast in the Bahamas at 11 o'clock with Royston I. Candy Jones. Have a fabulous weekend. Good night, everybody.
Tonic Williams Darling Highway, I'm Tijaro Hudson. This is ZNS.
It's time for Focus Forward, sponsored by Invest Grand Bahama. It's Grand Bahama's best talk show, highlighting all of the positive things happening in Freeport. Look forward to a special guest each week that will tell you about events, activities, and initiatives that are making a remarkable impact on our community. You'll also hear from local business owners and get a heads up on deals and special promotions. It's time